It's your boy David here with World's Fastest RC. And it's been a long time coming, but today is the day that B4 SE breaks the world record. I did 3 runs with it last night, 2 2-cell runs and 1 3-cell run, and it is insanely fast. It is insanely fast. But, of course, hit the one that's out there. We hit it at high speed, of course, flipped over on its back and slid another 100 feet on its back. And I had the stock body on it, and it got all scratched up, and the towers got all scratched up. So they're a little shorter now. But other than that, it's fine. I think it's ready to go. That bummed me out, but that's not a big deal. I mean, it's a big deal, but it's not going to stop us. Eventually, obviously, I will either make or buy the correct shock towers, but for the run of getting her out there and doing passes. So, I tried to record it yesterday. It wasn't meant to be. I was having technical problems with my tablet as usual. On me, of course, so I'm going to make sure it's good and charged before I head out there today. It's just such a chore, If I had just one person in real life that would be willing to spend, 10 minutes with me, holding my tablet and filming my passes without putting their thumb all over the lens and mucking it all up, that would be great. But nobody is willing to do that for me, so I have to do it myself, which is so annoying. I lost and or broke the old landscape camera mount, so I had to go back to a portrait cell harness. See, it's horrible. It's I don't know if you can see that. It's the box my new motor came in, and I gotta say that my new motor, I'm very happy with it. It's cool. It runs good. Sounds good. It has lots of power, lots of torque. I've never been the biggest fan of cool stuff, but it's a pretty good motor for like $20 or whatever. So pretty good. I don't know how long it'll last, but hopefully it'll last long enough to do a world record pass. So the only interesting part is for you purists out there that think I manipulate my videos or whatever. There most likely isn't going to be a way to get an exact MPH reading on my passes, unless my RC buddy, the cop, is out there with the speed gun. But other than that, I guess you're just going to have to take my word for it, or you're going to have to figure it out for yourself, or there's actually an app where you can measure the speed of something on a video. So I don't know how to do that. If you guys know how to measure the speed of something on a video, by all means do it and let me know the exact speed, because I want to know too. Okay. All I can do is guesstimate from passes that I made and passes that I've seen being made. All I can do is guesstimate as far as what the speed is generally be. But usually I get it within 10 miles an hour or so. Okay, and I'm usually conservative. I usually give a low speed. If this thing was making 80-mile-an-hour passes yesterday, no problem. But I'll say it went 70, or I'll say it went 60 or 70. Just to give it the shadow of the doubt, just to be conservative and to silence you haters. I'll take 10 miles an hour off my run. But that's the thing. It doesn't matter if I go with this one. No one's attempted a world record with it, so it doesn't matter if I go 2 miles an hour or 200 miles an hour. Every run I make in this is going to be a world record. So we're going to go as fast as we can today on 3-cell. And if I feel like I could go faster, like we'll put a 4 or 6 or parallel, or we'll put a cap on it. We'll get a new body for it. We'll do whatever it takes, to be the fastest, to be I want the best for my vehicles. It's hard to constantly prove to the world and to yourself that you are the best, but that's what it takes, guys. It's not easy being the best. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a lot of work. Very tough. Very challenging. I wouldn't have it any other way. Because I fought hard to be the best at what I do. Now I am. And I just got to keep pushing it. I just got to keep pushing, keep grinding. There it is. I'm going to charge the pack. I'm going to go get a no sugar Monster Energy drink for breakfast because I'm dragging a little bit. It's that medication I'm on. It makes me really drowsy. I take my vitamins. If you can't eat lots of fruits and vegetables every day, take vitamins. Because today I am full, so I'm going to be taking vitamins. You take vitamins every day anyway. Good ones. The vitamins I take a men's extreme athlete vitamin because I'm an extreme athlete. And if race car drivers are athletes, then RC car drivers should be athletes too, I think. It is a physical sport. It's grueling. It's mentally challenging. It's exhausting, and it's driven many men insane. This guy included, So it should be a sport, but whatever. I think it's a sport. There we go. One pack is ready to go. That's my 3 cells. She's ready to go. I charged her last night. She's a good pack. I haven't had good luck with Corians in the past, but this Corian has been excellent so far. Okay, now we're going to charge up my 2 cell. And we're going to charge up the 2 cell here. And this is a really good 2 cell that Zachy let me borrow. Zachy, if you need your 2 cell back, I'll give it back to you. If you need your charger back, I'll give that back to you, buddy. Whatever you need. Zachy, I don't know what his deal is. He's a kid in high school. It's like, he loved RC cars. He loved RC cars. And like me, he wanted to be the best at them, And Zachy is the best. Zachy could be the best. Okay, he usually beats me just on raw talent. But what him and a lot of people don't realize is the extra effort and the sacrifices it takes to get to that highest level. Having raw talent is wonderful. Having good DNA is fantastic, but you have to cultivate it. You have to cultivate it. You have to cultivate your talent. Whatever your talent is, everyone has one. You have to find your talent, and you have to grow it. You have to let it grow. You have to cultivate it. You got to push it. You got to find out what your talent is and push it to the moon. Push it as far and high as you possibly can. And Zachy is a very talented RC guy, but he also has many other talents. He's a lot like me in a lot of ways. We've always gotten, since day one, me and Zachy have been, real tight. Zachy, if you're watching this, I love you, man. Me and Zachy, as you have seen, has had some great races on different tracks. And as far as natural talent goes, I believe he's a million times better than me. There's no doubt in my mind that he could be the next GOAT, that he could be the best of the best. But the problem is, as far as just driving goes, fine. And he's a great builder too. I mean, he built his B5M by himself. I mean, Uncle Dave had to help with some little soldering here and there, but he basically did it all. You know, he's not a great solderer, but he can weld. Um, he's a great builder, but he doesn't really like to. He doesn't really like to do repairs. And who does, right? They're annoying. So I don't mind doing repairs. So I'm like, I'll do your repairs. I'll be your crew chief. I'll do everything for you, Zach. Let's just go to these races, and I'll support you 100%. You know, I'll take you there. I'll crew chief for you. And he's interested in it, but you know, me and his parents don't get along that great, and I don't think they're gonna let me. They're gonna let him do it. You know, which is sad. But who knows? You know, in high school, I wasn't. I didn't do that much RC either. I mean, I still raced Wednesday nights with my dad and stuff, but I didn't. You know, halfway through high school, I had a girlfriend. You know, so and I got her pregnant twice, and so that stuff going on RC is not a big deal, but it still was on. It still was a place in my life because my dad was into it, and I'd run with him sometimes. Somebody would let me borrow a car, and I run. I had my own car, but it was hurting, you know. But Zachy, you could easily be the best, man. You could you could be a million times better than me if you just put in a little work. You know, that's the thing. It's so hard for people to push to that next level. I mean, when you try something you want to be the best at, and you run into challenges and hardships, it's really hard to stay motivated to push past them. Okay, for me, it's people like Zachy and my family and you guys that motivate me to keep going. Um, and also just a childhood love for RC. You know, good memories with my dad and my family and my brothers doing RC stuff. You know, so yeah, that's what's going on. I'm also going to be charging the transmitter batteries. So today's a big day. I don't know. Let me know better if you guys like the portrait mode on the chest or the landscape mode on the tripod. The thing about the landscape mode on the tripod is I can't get the full pass. I only get half the pass. But I want the full pass. The problem is I don't feel like making another landscape harness. It's pain hanging that thing from the chest and trying to aim from something hanging from your chest while trying to drive one of these at 80 miles an hour. Very difficult. Very difficult task for me. No, I'm not sure. I could try to rig up a landscape one real quick. I don't know. I know you guys like the landscape one. You're like, how come it's in portrait? You haters will find a way to bitch about every one of my videos. I know. Okay, look, I'm not stupid. I know my videos aren't the highest quality, but they're 720p, guys. Okay, and there ain't nothing wrong with 720p. All right. As far as the audio goes, I'm getting an external mic. I'm getting an external headset. Don't worry about that. I'm also getting a top of the line, top quality phone camera. So don't worry about that. But guys, the quality is gonna improve. I guarantee it. Okay. I mean, just look at how far we've gotten from day one until here. Okay. Look at my first video. You go all the way back. All I had was I just bought my ECX amp, and it was completely stock, and I had just getting back into the hobby, and it was an exciting time, and I had the little helicopters. you know. And of course they were broken. And that was it. And look how far we've come, guys, with all the vehicles and the record-breaking and the amazing epic experiences and all the onboard runs and the racing with Zachy and just all the great times we've had. You know, that psychologist said, my friend told me that someone important said, the 20% that keeps you coming back. And I was like, what do you mean, dude? He's like, well, you know, you could go out there and do something. Perfect example. Um, I don't want to use RC as an example, but let's use disc golf as an example. Disc golf is a perfect example. Disc golf, like RC, can also be a very frustrating and painful sport. So, ruling. And so let's say I played disc golf the other day, and I love it. I just love it. I just love the park, the nature, being with my friends, squirrels, throwing plastic, everything. I just love it. I just love it. I can't get enough of it. I want to do it every day, but I don't have a car, and I'm stuck here. So this is what I can do. So this is what I do. So, good analogy. 20%. The 20% that keeps you coming back. Okay. The 20% that builds obsessions. You know. The 20% that makes you keep going forward no matter what. And that is a good analogy is disc golf. You know. If you're whatever you're doing, if as long as you're winning at least 20% of the time, you won't mind keep doing it. Okay, but if you start losing less than 20% of the time, you'll give it up for the most part, and that's what the 20% is. You know, disc golf, 20% of the games I play with those guys, I'll win. Okay, 20% of the time I play disc golf, I'll play well, and 80% of the time I'll do horrible. I'll do horrible. I'll rage. I'll have a horrible time. Last place, I'll do horrible. But I keep going back and I keep thinking about it and I keep wanting to play more and more and more to turn that 20% into 30%. And there's where the obsession lies. You know, 20% of winning is enough to make you come back and come back again. No matter how many times you lose, no matter 80% times you lose, you don't even think about that. All you think about is the 20% times you won. And that's what keeps you coming back. And that's how obsessions are made, because you want to turn that 20 into 21%, 22%, 23%, 30%. You want to be winning 30% of the time. You want to win 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. You want to, eventually, you want to win 100% of the time. And that's where I'm at with these RC cars and my disc golf game. I've done so much of it throughout my life that I've built up a level of confidence in those sports to where I do feel that I want to win 100% of the time. And I expect to win 100% of the time. So when you push yourself to a level that high, to where you expect to win 100% of the time, and you expect to be the best of the world, if you don't, and you fail, when you're at that level, on that razor's edge, where there's no room for fail, and you still somehow fail, like I do constantly, heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. And that's another thing I wanted to warn you guys about. You know, being the GOAT, being the best at what you do, and the road to being the best you do. It's not just external hardships and physical pain. It's the internal stuff, the emotional stuff. You know, I wasn't always a particularly emotional guy, but you know, these new beds and stuff, and new stuff that's happening in the world, I've become very emotional. So, it's a very heartbreaking hobby. But the thing about RC is, everything they sell you is like 20%. They're like 20% of the time it's gonna work right, you know. And that's RC, and that's a lot better than it was back in the 80s, because back then it was probably like 10 or 15% of the time it's gonna work right, if that. So these days, just about every vehicle you buy will give you 20%. and the rest is what you put into it. Except my vehicles are different because my vehicles just love at first sight, and all four of them. It's just like we were all meant to be together, you know. And it's different. It's different. But for the most part, vehicles will give you 20% win rate right out of the box. You know? But the thing about the speedrun game, guys, and this is what I'm warning people that are getting the speedrun. Bashing, yeah, normal wear and tear, bashing, just free running and racing and stuff. You know, all this stuff beats up your vehicle, and all that stuff requires constant upgrades and maintenance and stuff like that. But the speedrun game, if you set up your vehicle right, it doesn't necessarily punish it. If you set up your vehicles perfectly balanced and in tune like mine are, it doesn't necessarily punish it going fast. But what does punish it going fast is hitting stuff going fast. So the consequences are a lot higher. Also, generally, because you are turning more RPMs, you do burn up more stuff on your vehicle. So you do go through parts faster, I think, in the speedrun game. And it's just the constant tweaking and maintenance to maintain your vehicle in perfect balance to where it will go fast. So fast and straight, that's where it's at. And I'm straight up, you know, I'll put a slightly smaller pinion in there. I'll straight up drag people, because this thing will go 0 to 60 in probably like 2 seconds. It'll probably go 0 to 80 in like, I don't know. It'll probably go 0 to 100 in like less than 6 seconds. Maybe 10 seconds, 0 to 100. It's fast. It's fast. And it's so smooth and light. I've never driven anything like it. I just totally love this before because it is so smooth and light and quiet. You guys will see, it'll blow your mind. That it's like a little ninja. It's like a little ninja. You got to keep your eye on it. And it's squirrely. It goes where it wants to go. It does what it wants to do. I lost it yesterday. I had some crazy stuff. I was driving around at night, which you should never do. And but me and my dad, when we would build cars, we would always celebrate by doing a little night run after they were done. Just a little night run. That's what we did. So, but I lost it in the headlights, and it almost got ran over, and I ended up crashing into a curb. So there's some stuff. Also, the bumper broke, so it doesn't really have a bumper today. Sooner or later, I'm gonna have to put a bumper back on that. But in the meantime, it seems like a nice day out. We're just gonna cook some packs, and then we're gonna go break a world record. I'm gonna take you guys with me in portrait mode, okay? Should be amazing. In the meantime, feel free to hang out here in my man cave as much as you want. And have a good day. I'm going to go get my breakfast and my exercise for the morning, kind of warm up a little bit. I'm feeling a little groggy. And I'll be back. Yeah, so yesterday this old computer tower that I sit on for school here decided to randomly follow my Achilles tendon on the back left of my ankle. Oh boy, that did not feel great. Look what I found, the old steering column in my shoe. It's in my shoe. I'm all hurt, I'm beat up, you know. That's the usual deal. Blood, sweat, and tears, you know. That's what it takes to be the best. So anything that you want or know that you could be the best at, go for it. You know, why not? Life's short, just go for it. If you fail, you fail. So what? It's another fail, you know. But if you win, you succeed, and you get to the top. The view's pretty good up there. Okay, guys. I personally believe that any of you can be the best at what you do. You just got to put in the work. You got to make the sacrifices. And you have to focus all your energy on that one thing you want to be the best at. And just forget about everything else, pretty much. Right now, put 90% of my energy at least into this thing, not more. She ain't pretty, but she'll go fast. She will go fast. She's not pretty, but she's a runner. Thank you, Roger. Good old Roger. Good old Roger. Roger's like 40 years old, people. Roger's really old. He's been around since like the 80s. Before, I don't know when the B4s came out, somewhere around 2000 something. So the B4 is about 15 years old. Roger's about 30 years old. You know, and we're going to break a world record in old stuff. That's how we do it. We like vintage RC cars. We team associated cars. I've always been a team associated guy, and I still am ride or die team associated. Like, and I'm sure there's other companies out there that are really good that I haven't tried to either. Send me some vehicles to review. I will do that for you. Okay, so we're gonna sit here. It's gonna be beautiful. Wish we could get on GoPro, guys. I really do, but it broke. It done broke. Plus, the GoPros are too heavy. I bought a little spy cam, a little guy, and the quality's not gonna be that great, but it's small enough where I can fit inside the body or on the other side of this window or someplace inside, so it doesn't affect the aerodynamics. And plus, it's very light. So, I mean, GoPro's been the best quality, but these things are heavy and bulky. I mean, they weigh a lot. It's very heavy, and plus you bulk it up here, and it's really bulky. So, not feeling those GoPro style cameras anymore, so we're gonna try something different. Start messing around with spy cameras. I'm gonna put those 1080p spy cameras up on my car. And that'll do the onboard footage. Alright, so chilling with my boys here. Just about ready to go break some more records. What's up, boys and girls? I'm back. It's Uncle Dave here, world's fastest RC. Sorry it's gone so long this time. I try to ride my bike around 10 miles so you get that good aerobic workout, and then went on a long, crazy, cold bike ride. It's starting to get cold again, guys. Last night I had my heater on full blast and I still froze my butt off all night. So I gotta find the leaking holes in the man cave and try to stay warm this winter. You guys try to stay warm too, because it's gonna be a cold winter. Make sure you layer, underwear layer, thermal layer, mid layer, heavy layer, outer shell, okay? Layer your clothing to stay warm. Now, what's going on in the studio? I did something that you should never ever do, and that is leave lipos unattended. But I figured since it's a super high quality lipo and it's only 2-cell, and I left it in the saucepan, I figured it would be alright, and it was. So that's full. Now we're going to top off our 3-cell, and we're going to go out there and break some records. I'm pumped. Are you guys pumped? I'm definitely pumped. So anyways, cool story. Set up real quick here. Okay, so here we are. World record and future world record vehicles. I broke the world record last night. I didn't get it on video, but I saw it with my own eyes. This thing went about 80 miles an hour down the street. It was incredible. Today we'll see what she wants to do. I'll just leave it up to her, and that's how I do everything, and that's why I'm so awesome at what I do, and that's why you could be awesome too. It's just you believe in self and trust your instincts, and listen to your vehicles, people. Okay, I don't care if it's your 1-1 car or your RC car. Listen to your vehicles. I don't care if it's a plane or a helicopter or any type of vehicle, a tank. Listen to your vehicle, guys. It'll tell you. It'll tell you what's wrong. It'll tell you how it's feeling. It'll tell you what it wants to do. It'll tell you where it wants to go. It'll tell you how fast. It'll tell you everything you want to know. If you could just quiet your mind and listen to your vehicles, guys. I'm telling you, that's the best advice I could give to anybody in life, period, is just to listen to your vehicles, listen to your surroundings, listen to your instincts, listen to your heart. Listen to the universe. It's talking to you, man. Okay? And you just got to learn to listen to it. To do that, you got to quiet your mind. And to quiet your mind, you have to either do like I did, die a couple times, which I don't recommend, or do some heavy meditating yoga type exercises. Okay? So, this is what's going on. Another reason I have all these crazy weird abilities, if you don't know me in real life, is when I was young, I was epileptic, and my heart stopped a couple times, and I actually died a couple times, and my parents brought me back to life. And, ask anybody that's died and came back, they're never the same, That changed me. And there was another time I got knocked unconscious and went into a coma. That changed me too. So that totally changed my brain. It opened up, there's no really Christian way to say this, but it's just spiritual powers, okay? I don't believe in magic or witchcraft or voodoo or spells or bad luck or any of that stuff. I believe in Jesus Christ and God Almighty, and I believe that Jesus died for our sins. And I believe that through Jesus all things are possible, including breaking world records with RC vehicles. Which is what I'm going to do today. Soon. Very soon, guys. I'm going to go through and do a final inspection, making sure everything's taut and tiger. I'm going to make sure everything's taut like tiger, guys. So I was having a good talk. Having a real good talk. My buddy at the gas station. I can never remember his name. He's a really nice kid. And he reminds me a lot when I was his age. He's a nice high school kid. You know, um, I don't know. I don't know a lot about him, but I try to. He's not. He's very. It seems like he's very like shy. Maybe his confidence isn't that great. Nice kid, good looking kid. I'm like, I don't know. I can't put my finger exactly on what is the deal with him. It's hard to get much out of him. Like some people are very quiet, and reserved, and they won't tell you anything about themselves. They won't open up to you. But sooner or later, I could get everyone to open up to me. Okay, I have my ways. So, anyways, I was curious about this kid, and we kept talking. He knew who I was. He knew of the legend and stuff. And today I was in there talking to him, and I was telling him how I was going for all these world records, and I'm gonna be in the Olympics and all this stuff. And he was just like, "Whoa, dude!" And I was like, "Yeah." And I'm not trying to see. I tend to talk about myself a lot and my accomplishments, and it comes off making me look arrogant and stuff. But I'm just stating the facts here, okay? I wasn't being arrogant. I asked him if he had any passions or stuff that he wanted to be the best at. And he said, I just want to be a regular guy. And when his age, I didn't want to be the best at anything either. I just wanted to be a regular guy, just a regular high school kid. And that's what he's doing. That's what he wants to be, just a regular high school kid. And I get that. But it's hard to get a high school kid to listen to you. But he was basically listening to me. And I said, gave him a great piece of advice. I said, um, he said, I don't know if I could be the best at anything. I want to be good. I want to be the best at some stuff, but I don't know if I could do it. And I basically just want to be a regular high school kid. I get that. But, and not everybody has that inner fire and inner desire in their DNA to be the best and to be alpha like I do, okay? Very few people do. And usually when I encounter someone like me that's as strong-willed as I am, it usually results in cataclysmic events. But, he's a super nice kid. I was trying not to be a total dick, even though I kind of was. But I had a lot of caffeine today, so I was talking a lot. And, I told him, the last thing I told him, I said, look, man, I said, I think you can be the best at what you do. And I think anybody can be the best at what they do. And I think everyone in the world should and could be the best at what they do, um, because God has given them talents. Okay, maybe you just have one great talent, or in my case, you have many talents. Whether you admit it or not, God has given you talents. You have, in your God DNA talent. So, but some people go their whole lives without even realizing they have a talent, or they bury their talent. And I can't figure out what mine is. I thought I had one talent, then I thought I buried my talent, had no talent, and now I think I have several talents. So I'm not sure exactly what my main talent is, but you know, um, through trial and error, I have realized that I'm talented with these RCs, and I'm talented at disc golf, and I'm talented at some other things too. So I don't care who you are talented or something, and you have God-given ability to do something better than anybody else. And I say, why not do it? YOLO. Life is short. Why not follow your dreams? Why not pursue your passions? Why not? Why not? Because society says you should conform and be a certain way. Society says you should, work 9 to 5 every day and have 2.1 kids and all this crap. No. Throw that out. Throw that out. God doesn't care about man's rules. Okay? It should always be between you and God. And if you're a Christian, you should ask Jesus to fill your body and your heart with His Holy Spirit. Thank you. Through Jesus, all things are possible. You know, God and Jesus, people up above, they aren't huge fans of RC, I don't think, per se. There isn't really anything in the Bible about RC, especially when you're obsessed with him. So, I'm not sure if RC is a sin or not. I don't know. There's nothing really in the Bible about it that I can find. So, I'm going to say it's not. I'm going to continue to do it to the best of my ability. I encourage you to do the same. I encourage each and every one of you, everybody that watches this video, I encourage you to be the best you can be and to never give up on your dreams and never give up on your passions and take them as far as you possibly can. Just look at me, guys. Just look. A year ago, I was a nobody. Okay, I was the lamest YouTuber there was, and I still probably am. I'm sure some people will say I am. That's possible, but as lame as I am, it's the fact I got some world records, you guys. I broke a couple world records, so no lame about world records in my mind, okay? I'll break another one with this today. I broke 2 yesterday. 3. I broke 3 world records in this thing yesterday. Anywhere from 40 to 80 miles an hour. I'm going to break some more today. I'm going to try to get this thing to go 100. 100 miles an hour. That's how fast I want to go. I think I could do it with this little before. It's so fast and squirrely. I have to turn the dual rates almost all the way off to even begin to handle this thing at speed because of the precision of its suspension, steering, and chassis, and just the sheer brilliance of its design. You know, it is able to take corners at high speeds. You know, at 30 miles an hour, I'll probably do a quick loop, no problem. The suspension just sticks, and that's the thing about associated suspension, it just sticks. Beautiful, beautiful. So these stock tires actually held up pretty good. You know, I shouldn't be out there ruining them, but screw it. Hopefully the backs wear out first, in which case I got plenty of rear street tires I can put on there, no problem. Hopefully the fronts last a long time, at least a month, where I can get the adapter to convert that to 12 milli. Eventually I want this thing all converted to 12 milli. I want a brand new custom speedrun body. I want 8th scale GRP style rims and tires. And I want an 8th scale max amps castle. And that's, or max KV castle. That's what I want. Motor. That's what I want for this thing. Because it deserves nothing but the best. You know, right now, I don't necessarily have the best stuff out there, but it's pretty good. Best I can afford. You know, doesn't get better than a super legendary 30-year-old vintage body converted to a drag body and at least 15-year-old legendary RC track car and turning them into world record speedrun vehicles. I mean, that's pretty quality, you ask me. Yeah, I don't have the most expensive motor. I don't have the most expensive electronics, okay? That's fine. I don't need it. This cheap stuff I buy, it works just fine for me, okay? One day, I will have the money to buy, you know, if people continue to watch this channel and donate, I will hopefully one day have the opportunity to buy really high quality stuff. In which case, you know, I'm going to need a touring car to break Nick Case's record. And the guy's shooting for like 300. I don't think he's done it yet, but he's trying for 300. And I feel with a max KV 8th scale castle system on a super light touring car on like 6 cell, I think I could do it. I think I could break Nick Case's record, people. So, but that's what I'm building up to. So once I break the record with these, I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. Run them like crazy, and then maybe sell them. If the price is right. Everything in the studio is for sale. Everything I own is for sale all the time, guys. So if there's anything you want to buy, make me an offer, okay? And I will, if I agree to your offer, I will write up a PayPal invoice and I will ship it right out to you. Yep, I will. Put some money in my PayPal, guys. I'll give you something. If you everybody that donates at least $100 um, gets a cool gift. How about that? It's a cool gift, a cool memento from the studio. How about that? Donate $100, and I'll give you a cool random gift that I have, probably a brand new one. So let me know, and I'll sign it. I'll take a picture with it. I'm surprised my channel doesn't have more views and subs by now. I really am, because um, I remember when Nick Case and Roman Atwood and Philip Jolly and those guys, all the top YouTube RC guys, they fart and they get 1,000,000 views. You know what I mean? But me, oh gee, I'm breaking world records left and right, and what do I get? Like a couple views, a handful of views? Bullcrap, people. Tell your friends, spread the word. Tell your friends, spread the word. This guy Dave is legit. Okay, he may not have the highest quality production equipment, but his RC vehicles are legit, and he's breaking legit world records out here, guys. Okay? And if Guinness Book of World Records is watching this, you guys better return my Gmails, and I want my certs mailed out right away. Okay? You can send me my certs in a PDF. That will be fine. Still waiting on my certs for the world's fastest DCX AMP MT and the world's fastest AB stamp, but they should be coming, guys. And when they do, you'll be the first to see them live. Okay? Because I think live stream is the future. I've always wanted to do it ever since YouTube started doing it. I was like, that's great. I have to do that. I just wish that the Wi-Fi was strong enough to where I can go live outside, which I'm not really sure I can. Maybe right out in front of my house, but definitely not all the way over East Fessler, unless there's a hot spot. I might be able to go live. I don't know. We'll try. We'll try to go live today, guys. In all honesty, I'm probably going to film on the tripod, just because that way it's not shaking around, and I don't have to fiddle with it. The filming. I just decided that I probably am going to film on the tripod. Yes, I only get half the run. That sucks. But on the other half, it'll give you guys at home a good solid base to measure my speed on if you have the app. Okay. A lot of people. Okay, I'm going to talk about being the GOAT again. I think everybody wants to be a GOAT at what they do. I think everybody, secretly or not, wants to be the best at something. Okay, I made no secret to say to the world that I want to be the best disc golfer, and I want to be the best urban survival cyclist, and I want to be the best RC guy. And guess what I am? Okay, I'm the best RC guy. I'm the best urban cyclist by far, and I'm the best disc golfer my age most of the time. Okay? And that's a fact. That is absolute fact. Um, everybody knows that. Everybody around here knows that. Everybody in my town and my area code knows that I'm the best at what I do. It's common knowledge. Now what I'm doing is I'm sharing my tips and tricks with you guys, the viewer, just to be nice. Okay? I don't have to do any of this. But I want the sport to grow. I want people to try to attempt to break my world records, which they are doing, which is great. I want to inspire people like people of us, me, because I don't care who you are. There is something that you've always wanted to do, you've never really had the opportunity. Well, I didn't give up. I pushed it to the max. I sacrificed everything I had, but here I am, the best. Okay, the best at what I do. I'm a goat. All right, I'm a living goat. Not to toot my own horn or brag, but that's how it is. Now, to flip it around, if you guys want to be a goat, which I know each and every one of you can be, all you got to do is give it that little extra push. You got to take your God-given natural abilities and passions and dreams. Never give up on your dreams and passions, people. Just keep on grinding. But be willing to sacrifice everything for them. That means quitting your job, quitting relationships, um, whatever you want to be the best at, you have to give it your absolute sole focus. And that's the only way to do it, really. Put in the work. But to be the best, it could be surprisingly simple too. Like in my case, I had the natural ability, but I wasn't cultivating it. And a few of you guys out there, out there, inspired me. You guys gave me a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of hope, which resulted in a little bit of courage and a little bit of confidence. And I took that and ran with it to the moon. And a lot of people just need that little extra push. And I'm definitely one of those people that needs to be pushed. And hopefully I push my buddy at the gas station today too. He's going to go home later and he's going to think about it. I could tell I planted a little seed in him, man. And that sounds bad. I planted a little seed in his heart. And he's going to go home and he's going to think about it. He's going to be like, yeah, you know what? Monster Man's right. That guy is going to... He's right. He's like, I could be the best at something if I just push a little harder. And that's what it takes. That little inspiration, that little seed planting inside you, that fire and the confidence to think that you can push a little harder. Because at the end of the day, success and fail basically stems on how hard you tried, how hard you wanted it, how much you never gave up, how fast you got back up, and how hard you grinded, day after day after day after day. That's the key to success. Persistence, patience, perseverance. Okay? Those are the keys to success, and you have to be willing to sacrifice everything to get there. Okay? There's a price to be paid for being the best. I don't care who you are. Everyone at what they do, or anybody that wants to be, they'll tell you it takes an amazing amount of work and pain and sacrifice to get to the top. But it's possible, guys. I'm proof of that. I mean, look at me. A year ago, I was a nobody. I was just some random YouTuber with a truck. Okay? Now we're out there with 4 vehicles that are legendary and breaking world records, guys. And we're doing it live. A year ago, or a year and a half ago, when I started this silly channel, I had no idea it would end up this way. But I'm so glad it did. I had a small little... Someone inspired me. My nephew Zach inspired me to start this channel. Okay? Ideally, I wanted to do a lot of cool videos of me and him racing at his track and stuff, but it kind of worked out, but kind of didn't. But it spun off in a lot of different... Because the point is, I was constantly out there grinding and trying new things and trying different things until something fit and felt right. And that's what it is, world records. I mean, nothing makes me happier. That's not true. Few things make me happier in this world than breaking world records and sharing them with you guys. That is my passion. That is what I love to do. Because deep in my heart, I've always known that I was the best RC, that I was the best at these sports I play. I was the best at stuff I do, I've always known deep down. But the hard part is, you may know you're the best, but proving it to the world is the hard part. And that's what I intend to do with this YouTube channel. I intend to prove to the world that I am the GOAT, I am the best at what I do, and I do break world records, and that's a fact. Okay? If you don't believe me, you can look back at any of my old videos, see where I broke world records, and it's obvious. Okay? I continue to break world records today with my vintage RC10 B4 SE with the custom speed body that I made for it. I have an old vintage 30-year-old Roger the Rabbit Bowlink full body. If you've been watching the last couple days, you'll be able to tell that I have been working really hard on getting her set up and dialed to perfection. Okay, she's a little tail heavy still. I haven't exactly figured out how or where I'm going to put the battery yet. I had to stiffen up the suspension a lot, so I lost a lot of stagger, which is bad. So I might need to make a few final adjustments, and if I do, you guys will be here to watch it. Okay? But in the meantime, I think she's ready to go. I worked on her all night. I've been working on her straight the last couple of days, as you have seen. So I think she's ready to go. So we're going to go out and make a 3S pass down at East Fessler and see if she's ready to go or not. We go out there. I'm going to take everything out there, the tripod, the tablet, the transmitter, the car, take everything out there to the speed run spot, set everything up, and try to break some world records, right? And since I do my speed runs right in front of my cop neighbor's house, maybe he'll be out there with the radar gun. If you have a neighbor that's a cop and also in the RC, be nice to him, and be nice to any cop because they could turn out to be good allies. Me personally, I'm not a fan of government or politics or law enforcement or any of that. But when you have one that's a neighbor and nice and also an RC guy, important to stay on his good side. I sold him a 3S LiPo for $10, so I think I'm on his good side. Plus, I play RC cars. I drag race RC cars with his friend, his son. His whole family has RC cars, so he's a cop and he's a neighbor that keeps crime away, and also he's an RC guy, and also one of the best speed runs ever is right out in front of his house. So it just all works out. Plus, he doesn't mind getting the speeds. So he's a busy guy. He's a motorcycle cop, but I definitely don't want to bug him or get on the bad side of him or any cop for that matter. I have nothing but utmost respect for everyone that serves, police officers included. But I just wish you guys wouldn't harass people so bad. So, anyways, that's what's up. And hopefully I can get an official reading because I can't, I don't buy expensive Garmin GPSs, but I think a video of a cop's radar gun would be proof enough of a world record, I think. So we're going to try to get one. That's what's up. So we're going to finish fueling me up. We're going to top off these lipos. Get them nice and cooked. Nice and balanced. I always balance every time if you can. My dad said you should balance every time. He's probably right. Something's wrong with my socks. These socks. So anyways, it's kind of feeling like a weird day. I need to eat something. I haven't really eaten anything. I drank some coffee, which I don't normally do, but it was free. And it's making me way jittery. So I just need to calm down a little bit. So when I'm feeling it, we'll take her out there and do a speed run. I'm not going to be able to film the whole run, obviously, because I don't have a camera person. But I'm going to put it on the tripod, and you'll be able to see half the run. So, best I could do. Best I can do for now. And hopefully our cop buddy will be out there with the radar gun, and we can get some good readings. It'd be so cool, guys. So cool. Oh! That was a good catch. You see those ninja reflexes? That's what I'm talking about. Easy there, buddy. What's going on? What's that all about? Easy there, buddy. There we go. Oh man, she's ugly and she's beat the crap. But she should do the job. She's old. Just because it's old doesn't mean it's awesome, guys. I mean, come on. This is the second vintage car I'm breaking the world record with. I'm not done there. I'm going to start doing it full time. I'm just going to track down these old barn finds, and I'm going to pick these really nice old cars that I like, and I'm going to push them to the max. I'm going to break world records with them. I'm going to do it for every single one of you. I'm going to do it for myself. I'm going to do it for Team Associated. I'm going to do it for my family, my dad. I'm going to do it for all the RC people, and I'm going to do it for the vehicles. You know, these old vintage vehicles, they deserve the best. You should have nothing but respect for these old vintage vehicles, guys. Because without them, all this modern crap, all this modern RC crap doesn't exist without these vintage ones, okay? So have a little respect. Have a little respect. Just because it's old doesn't mean it's useless, alright? I may be older, my vehicles may be older, but they're legends. They're world record holders, people, okay? So stuff that in your pipe and smoke it, hater.
Oh, how do you know it's how fast it's gonna go if you don't have a Garmin?
Look, I aim to please, guys, okay? I do read your comments and stuff, and I value your opinions, alright? And I am getting better at taking criticism, alright? But at the end of the day, the fact remains, um, regardless of how you guys feel or your comments, whether they be positive or negative, um, I'm still going to continue to break world records with obscure vehicles. I'm still going to do it. So, that's how it is. At the end of the day, you can't change that, hater. Nobody can change that. Alright? Hater and lovers alike, they can't change it. But if you do have a good piece of positive criticism, I would love to hear it, because I know for a fact there's at least a million things I could do to improve my channel. I want my channel to be the best it could be. For me, for you, for the vehicles, for everybody. Okay? You know, I feel like you guys want to be fans, but you know the quality is so bad that you can't take it, and I get that. But it's getting better. It will. I'm filming at 720p now, which is acceptable. And in the near future, we should be filming at 180p. The only problem is why I do lower quality is because the higher quality edits take way too long and way too much hard drive space. Okay? So if I did 1080p videos, I would only be able to put out like one a week. Alright? I would never be able to, I don't even have the option to live stream in 720. With this app, I can only, or 1080, I can only do 720, which is fine. So we're live streaming at Live 720. I also film in 720, so it's the same exact experience. Can you see that? Problem is, this isn't the highest quality. This tablet isn't the highest quality camera and microphone there is, but I'm gonna get one. Don't you worry. I had a Samsung smartphone that was very high quality camera, but I gave it away. So, since day one, I've been saying I do this for the viewer. I do this for the RC Nation to help and inspire you guys. That's what I do it because I was inspired. I want to inspire you. Gotta pay it forward, people. You know, that's the next lesson in being a superhero and being a GOAT. Once you reach the highest point of your game, you gotta still stay humble somehow, and you gotta stay positive. You know, it's okay to be confident. It's okay to list your laurels and achievements. That's okay. But you still gotta be humble, yet be maximum confident, internal confidence. But you don't want to be overly confident where you're arrogant. You know, you still want to be humble. Jesus and God are always going to keep me humble. You know, when my head gets too high and I start thinking that I go off. It's just the thing is, if I come off as arrogant or bragging, it's because I just cannot believe that what we've accomplished here. You know, reason I get so preachy and stuff is because, like, what we're doing here in this little workshop is incredible, guys. I mean, we're changing history. We're breaking world records, guys. And I told you guys way back in the day, I said the whole RC game is broke. The whole game is broke. Alright? You got all these millions of companies charging millions of dollars for halfway decent vehicles, you know. And I'm like, psh, I'll build world record vehicles for virtually no money, and I'll take all these old vintage vehicles that no one even thought about breaking a world record in and break a world record in them. Huh, how about that? Thinking outside the box. That's how we do. You know, I'm an anarchist. I do not conform. Okay? I do not believe in government. I do not believe that one man should rule over another man. Okay? I'm a humanitarian. I believe we're all created equal. You know? I hate greed. You know, that's the biggest problem I think in the world today is the greed. You know, in this country, like something like 1% of the population owns 99% of the wealth. That's bullcrap. That's bullcrap. That should not be. That is not right. And that's ultimately the fail of capitalism. You know, that's the problem with capitalism. The rich get richer and the poor get poorer. That's capitalism. And if you're on the poor side of the fence like I am, it's tough. If you're rich, guess what, Richer? Guess what, Richer? Guess what, Richer? If you're rich and have lots of money and lots of nice things, guess what? Money ain't gonna buy you into heaven, buddy. And you know what else? Money is the root of all evil. And you know what else? Greed is a deadly sin. God hates that stuff. But guess what, Richer? You may have all the money. You may have all the nice things and all the nice chicks and all the cool stuff. But guess what? Rich men don't go to heaven. Poor, humble, hardworking men like myself go to heaven. In Jesus Christ's name, Almighty. May the richers and the greedy people be punished for their greedy, sinning ways. I make anywhere from $200 to $260 a month. And I slave for it. I work so hard for it. I train for the Olympics full time. I ride my bike. I'm uncle, you know, and I work hard. I work hard. I work very hard for $240 of average, you know. Because it's great, because it's just I don't have to pay for any tournaments or anything. If I can get sponsored for the tournaments and stuff, it's not. As far as the gear for disc golf goes, that's not a problem either, because I'm constantly finding gear with no names or numbers on it, and people are constantly giving me disc golf stuff, so it's not a big deal. For my birthday and for Christmas every year, my brother gives me a disc, so it's not a big deal. Thing that a Christian should never forget. The good news, God loves you. Jesus, I love you. I spent my whole life being the bad guy. And look at me now. Boy, Uncle, my nephew, they're the next generation of the best. So keep your eye on them. As a matter of fact, I'm probably going to be my channel from now on. My gaming channel, it's the same as on Xbox Live, and that's the gaming channel. You guys should check it out. It's pretty interesting. So we'll be playing on there is mostly World of Tanks. It's my favorite right now for some reason, and all games primarily. We'll be playing a little bit of Civilization Revolution. I will be playing car game I bought for like $1 or $2 on the indie store, and slot car racing, and it is amazing. The feel is perfect. And then I used to, before I was in RC, I was in slot cars and U control, because back then that was all we could. That's all we had around. So I did like slot cars and U control when I was a kid with my dad. My dad. See, that's where I get it honest, straight from my dad. That is one trait I definitely got from my father, is his passion for RC. I mean, and I don't have any flyers right now. I've been constantly searching for daily flyers, and I've come close. I've come close to a daily helicopter flyer or a daily plane flyer, but ultimately they all got crashed except for one little orange helicopter survived. One of my old gaming channels. It's incredible. It had an LED system I installed personally. It was linked in with the ESC, so the more throttle you gave it, the brighter the LEDs inside would get. And on orange, it was an actual full-scale body of like small hues or something. Legendary helicopter. And when I lost my job, I panicked and I went against everyone's advice and I started selling everything I owned. That was one of the things I sold. I sold on eBay, but I ended up selling it for almost as much as I bought it for, so it was cool. Because I upgraded that thing to the max, and it flew so good. And it had blue LEDs inside, and it mixed with the orange, and it looked just incredible. I mean, it was the best little night flyer. We used to fly it at night as a little 300 East Sky. I can't remember which one, but I've had several East. I've had 3 East Skies. It was the little one. And I think it was a 6-channel, and it was awesome. Oh, it flew so good. We would fly it at night because I was so confident in it. We would fly it at night. And because it lit up. The LEDs were so bright, and we were so confident. And it was incredible. Little helicopter, and I loved it. But I had to sell it because when I lost my job, I freaked out. I sold all my stuff. So it's just been weird out here. I just don't like the vibe here. Like, yeah, my mom said I could have this little sliver of land and stuff. And they said I could have a little privacy and stuff, but it's just my mom owns land around here, and probably my little brother, probably my brothers, my mom and my brother. And I told them I just want this little sliver, guys. Just give me a little sliver. I'll put a little man cave on it, and it'll be all good. The problem is this little trailer's been compromised. This whole trailer's been compromised by pests and evildoers, and I gotta get rid of it. And I gotta build a new studio out here or something. So as far, it's not that bad. I got a little slice of land on a concrete slab. And I got this old trailer here, this old heavy trailer, and I got my world record RC cars, as you see here in the studio. And I got my friends and family, and got God and Jesus Christ, and all the angels above. All the saints are pulling for me. I do have food, water, and shelter, technically. Busted bike that gets me around. It's a good time. It's a good time to be alive. I'm really proud. The thing is, not to toot my own horn. I'm trying not to be too cocky here, but the thing about me is, it's important you guys know as much about me as possible. Because the thing about me is, I don't know what I'm trying to explain myself. Like it's unless you have died for several seconds and came back, you can't really explain what it's like to be me or how I feel. It's so weird. that's why I'm so weird. And that's why it's important that you guys know as much about me as possible, my background and stuff, because it's so weird here. And it's made me so weird. Everything's weird. Even my little nephews are calling me weirdos and hobos and stuff. I get it. On the outside, I do look like a hobo. I get it. And, I'm okay with that. Because, unfortunately, as a Christian these days, you kind of have to decide. You kind of have to disguise yourself from the wolves and haters and evildoers out there. Because, I believe that the devil is defeated and that evil and hell are defeated and banished and defeated and pulverized. But I personally feel that way. I personally feel that Jesus Christ has defeated evil, and that's the ultimate belief, ultimate faith. But I feel that way, and I don't know if I'm programmed to feel that way, but I've always believed in God, and I pretty much always believed that Jesus died for my sins. And I was raised up Baptist in church and stuff, but it's when I got baptized as an adult that things got really weird, because once I got baptized, then it was like, oh, well, he made the leap, he's going to be a light sider forever now. And that's what happened. That's what's continuing to happen. But for any of you light siders or good people out there that you all know that once you do decide to be a good doer and a good person, once you do decide to be the best person to be, and once you do let Jesus into your body, he fills you with his Holy Spirit, and you believe that God is alive and Jesus died for your sins here on earth, once you believe all that stuff true is down to your very soul, and it's one thing to get your heart to believe it, but inside your soul, just put Jesus right in there, right in the middle of your soul. Just let him clean it up from the inside out. Once I got baptized and accepted Jesus into my soul, I always believed in God, but once I got baptized, because my parents told me that I wasn't baptized for some reason when I was a kid. I must have been a bad kid. I still think I'm not a great man, but I've come a long way. I was a bad kid, up to no good, always getting in trouble. I was doing crazy stuff. And, I grew up a little bit, and developed a new interest in stuff. I'm still interested in more girls than anything. I almost picked up a cougar today at the gas station. She was pretty hot. She was interested in me. And I was like, I was a little interested in her. I almost popped a boner around her, because she was like talking to me in a way, like looking at me in a way that was like, she was like, wow, I was like, oh. It was great. It was nice. I always love talking to a beautiful lady. So I was happy about that. And we talked for like an hour. And that's why the whole time I was gone, I was talking to beautiful women. That's how I roll. Beautiful women are are one of only a few people I do talk to. I talk to you guys, and I talk to beautiful women in real life. I don't talk to dudes much, because I don't like dudes. I really don't. Everyone thinks I'm gay, but I'm not, and I don't like dudes. I like women. I like beautiful women, and if she's not beautiful on the outside, she better be very beautiful inside. Because I like women that are beautiful inside and out. The whole package. Beauty. But you could be a little dinged up on the outside and still be beautiful inside and look good. The thing about me is, I slay Goliath. Okay, I'm David. I slay Goliath. That's what I do. Okay, that's my thing. So I'm David. I'm working with the God and the angels. I'm an earth angel here on earth, and I'm sent to slay Goliath. You know what Goliath is? Goliath. Goliath is evil politicians, evil government, evil conspiracies, evil aliens, evil doers, um, evil corporations, evil industries, evil people, blah, blah, blah. It goes on and on and on. Evil doers. Evil doers. That's my Goliath. In general, everywhere in the world. So what I have to be is like a superhero. I got to be out there every day. That's why I got to stay in phenomenal shape, because I'm out there every day doing my little superhero stuff. Out there with my little rock and my little slingshot and slaying Goliath. Goliath is a beast. I slayed him. He's defeated. It's over, guys. You're all free. You're all free Americans to do whatever you want. All things are possible, especially if you believe in Jesus and God. Then all things are truly possible. But even if you don't, all things are still possible. So never give up hope. Always believe. Always give up. Always get up. Always get up. Never give up. Okay? You'll be alright. Listen to your heart. Your soul's what gets you into heaven, people. You can keep your soul pure and in good shape, especially with God, and you die old, natural causes, you're going straight up. The devil is defeated. Hell is defeated. There's only good positivity in the universe. Some minor evildoers try to hate, on here on Earth, but as long as I'm here, it's going to be all right. Okay. As long as me and people like me, Earth Angels, as long as we're out here on Earth, you guys don't have much to worry about. Because Jesus died for our sins. God has our back and our blessing. And with those two things, you cannot be stopped. So I hereby bless and pray for each and every one of you, for everyone in the world, for all the YouTubers, for everyone. I pray for everyone. I pray that God finds each and every one of us. Amen. Forgiveness. That's the where it's at, people. That's what Jesus wants. That's what makes God happy. If Jesus is happy, God's happy. Forgiveness. That's what Jesus wants. He wants you to forgive and forget all the people that hurt you. He wants you to love your enemy. And it's a hard thing for a man to do. Any man. It's been hard for this man. But every day I make strides to be a good Christian and to slay Goliath forever. So I can retire in the gates of heaven, near the gates of inside heaven. I'll be out there on the edge of heaven, Like, okay, look, there's like everyone says there's like, okay, I'll break it down for you. Look, in the world at any given time, in the universe in general, there's like wolves and sheep. Okay. Okay, guys. The wolves prey on the sheep. They eat sheep. They kill sheep. They mercilessly slay sheep. Okay. At will. Unless there is a sheepdog. That's me, guys. I'm the sheepdog. I'm David the sheepdog. And it's my job to protect the sheep from the wolves. That's what I got to do. And that's what I've been doing. I'm supposed to be semi-retired because it's taking so long. You know, usually an angel or earth angel or something divine like that just comes down to earth and then does what needs to be done and then they're out. I got here for a long time, guys. Scary for me sometimes. At night, it gets pretty terrifying here. I don't know what the heck is lurking out there. I can hear big stuff lurking out there. I don't have my swords anymore. I sold all my swords. I don't really have any weapons. I got kitchen knives and stuff, but who wants to get close and personal? The night beast, not me. But it's right, you know, I hear it creeping. There's all kinds of pests and critters that roam around here at night. It's weird. Plus, because this place is so disgusting, you know. If I could just make it decent enough to where a chick could come in here, then we're getting somewhere. But it's not quite there yet. Not quite there yet. It is just absolutely disgusting. And I found ways to fight the disgustingness, but it's just the daily thing, you know. And I don't like cleaning, so I do bare minimum. I'll just like spray alcohol or bleach everywhere. Yeah, oh, yeah. So, I know, nice place at the gas station. I'm waiting until it's time to where I fill it. I'm like, just talking to Roger right now. Like, you know, I'm like, Roger, do you want to go fast? Okay, what do you guys think? Does Roger want to go fast today? Look at Roger. Roger Rabbit, do you want to world record today? Look at him. Do you want to break the world record today? You look at Roger's eyes. Passion. You know? Same as me. You want to go fast. You want to go fast or what? Now look at him. Now look at Roger. He's like, oh yeah, we're going to go fast. We're going to go really fast. Look at him. Roger, you want to go fast today? Roger, can you forgive me for cutting you up and manipulating you for the needed speed? Roger, are we going to break a world record today? Yeah. Roger says we are going to break a world record today. Are we going to share it with our friends on YouTube? Look at him. He's like, what do you think, dude? We're doing it. We're doing it, Roger. You and me, we're going to go fast. We're going to go real fast. We're going to go faster than either of us have ever gone. We're going to get in the 100 mile an hour club. Here's the question, folks. How fast will it go on stock tires? That's what we're going to find out today. We're going to break world records. See how much the stock tires can handle. From what I can tell, they're doing just fine. Now I got the, you know what, it needed a lot of high steering. So, one of the adjustments we have to make is, full right. If it's full right trim, that means we need more right. My back. Oh, just go for We need a little more right. Let's see. Yeah, we definitely need some camera adjustments. Oops, and the camera's the wrong way. Let's go the right. Close here. We're good. Gosh darn diddly. I like that. Look at that tiny camera now, people. Just look at it. Nailed it. Check it out. Big deal, guys. I want to make sure I'm mentally and physically prepared for it. And I'm feeling 100%. Make sure the vehicle's feeling 100%. Make sure everything's 100%. I'm feeling like it's almost go time. We're getting real close, guys. I say another hour or so and we'll be out there. The weather is just absolutely flawless. It's like 72 degrees, sunny, no wind. That's another thing. We should hurry up and go because there's going to be wind. Oh boy, it's just about go time, guys. I got batteries cooking. All my batteries are pretty much cooked, but I'm just maintaining them. Oh boy, oh boy. It's exciting. I'm nervous and excited. I got a lot on the line today. You know? God forbid something happens. Keeping my 3-cell peaked. Almost time, Roger. It's almost time to go really fast, buddy. Whenever you think we should go. Hey, look, Roger, you got a hat. Oh, hat. Hat for Roger. Give him Roger. Oh, just look at him. Oh, we should just look at that guy. He's so cool. Oh, that guy, Roger. Look at this beast. Look at the profile of this thing. You want to talk about dynamics? Look at this thing. Gorgeous. Looks like a number one car to me. Looks like a number one car to me. Look what I built. Look what I did. Look what I built. I built this. I built it. So that's the situation with the battery placement. Something I thought about a lot. I think I can make it work somehow. Cool thing about this car is it has a crossbar to stiffen the front suspension, which is like a little something to work with. You know what I mean? Look at it. It's so beautiful. come out here and I said, would you look at this, Roger? Just look at it. Would you look what we went and did, Roger? What a looker. Oh, where do you see Roger run? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now I think you just get in through the side like that. Look at it. You can just get in there. Look. You can just get it. Body's permanent. It's permanent. It's permanent body, guys. Look at that. Permanent. It's permanent. Look at it. You look at it? Probably not. Sorry. Look at Roger. Roger the Rabbit. He's from an old movie called Roger the Rabbit. He's Roger the Rabbit. What's this guy like this guy? He's not the Tricks Rabbit. Actually, it might be the Tricks Rabbit. Is that the Tricks Rabbit or Roger? He looks pumped. Roger's telling me he's ready to go break world records. What do you guys think? Let me know if you think it's time to go. I'm ready. Oh, my vehicles, they're so beautiful. Nope. That's the thing I don't like. That funny. If you over here too much, I don't like it. Oh! I love it. Ta-da! Fix that little problem. No problem. Yeah. Here it is. Okay, so look at that. See what we did here, guys? An old budgie and permanently mounted it. Pretty interesting. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I don't know if it happened here. Should be interesting, but he looks cool. It's pretty aerodynamic. Good, looking good. Enough. There we go. Looking good enough. Looking for enough. Good. What do you think? Look at the body. You like it? You like it? Okay, guys, here we are. Just get going. Just looking at it. The new Street Beast. This time, this car is not messing around. This time, this car is personal. This time, it's real. This time, world records are being broken. This time, this car and this guy aren't messing around. This time, it's personal. Yes, in case you're wondering, people, I have lost my mind and gone completely insane, thanks to RC and my other infuriating habit. I blame society. I blame society. Roger's gonna go fast today. Roger's gonna go so fast. Turn off the stream. I'm gonna stream for a little bit. Got a few little last second things to do, but it's just about that time. We're gonna do a world record pass. Roger here. Microphone should be a lot louder now. I'm sorry. I forgot, Alex. I have to turn the mic up myself. should be at 10. That's on. I'd like to get the inside fender back somehow. Sort of messed that up. I think instead of getting it back, I think I get the fender part down and play it a little bit. Or I could take another piece of plastic and glue gun it to the inside. I could make plastic fenders glued to the inside. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna hook them up with some inside fenders. You gotta have the fenders. That's a big place for air to get in. So the phone is kind of floppy. I don't know how it's gonna do, to be honest. Normally I'd bring some basic tools with me. I would recommend doing that, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna give her all she's got. Give her all she's got. I think she's ready. She's a bad bitch. Look at her. She's a bad bitch. I might have to tie this down. Maybe. Yeah, that's a good idea, but let's do that. Change the plan. Last second change the plan, folks. It's been a way better place to mount this thing. I'm just going to need a tool. I am a tool. Dave, the human tool. I know, like I'm working on it. Dang. Be patient with your RCs and have respect for them when working on them. Especially ones as old as this one is fiery. These old associated with fiery. Okay. I'm going to come up with a new location. I found a new location. Alright. What I'm going to do is hold it. Safety first. You don't want sharp edges on your vehicle. You can mess up. Okay. 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 So what I'm doing here is I'm relocating. Oh no. Not going that way. It's going okay. Oh yeah, I like that. Oh. Oh boy. That is just neato, guys. Whoa! I tested it. Field test. Field test, everybody. so much better aerodynamics now, guys. You have no idea. We're getting closer to achieving that excellent football shape I talked about. Look at that. Check out the new body mod. I love it. Look at what I did, guys. Can you see it? Look, it's more football shape now. You see it, guys? Like football. Look at it. Like almost the exact shape as a football. You see it? Yeah. Look at that. I'm also a pro-level quarterback, folks. I can throw football 70 yards with great accuracy. Look at this. Look at this. You have to give it a little of this. See, it's flying back and forth, and I don't like that. I need to do something about that. It's flying back and forth. Yeah, it's getting a little close. I'm not feeling that. Have to trim up Roger a little bit. Sorry, Roger, old buddy, old bean. Trim up on you a little bit more. Where did I put the digger that I just had? Where did I put the digger that I just had? Ow, my head. That was my head. That really hurt. Okay. Oh, yeah, sorry, Roger. I gotta trim you up some more, buddy. You look cool, though. Yeah. You're always roughing up your edges and corners. We can't slice you later. Okay. That's pretty cool. Oh, I see what happened here. Just a few little patty guys. Just a tiny bit. Look at the bow tie. Give Roger a little bit of bow tie there. Oh, that's just me, oh boy. Oh boy. Whoa. That's peculiar. What? Oh. Oh. It's beautiful. Look at that. Let's talk about aerodynamics, people. Football shape. Look at that. Look at that. Let's talk about looking at it. Just look at it. Dang, that's like a hard dang work, dang. Not easy being the best. Hard work. Yeah, we do have a problem. A little bit. Problem. It's a problem. Wonderful. All right. Sorry. Oh, my bad. Oh, okay, we ran into a little bit of a situation here. Got it under control. A little bit situation. A little bit situation. I want this time. Boing, boing. Because I need to get it together. Gee willikers. Okay. My brain. I did. Here, look at that. Football shape, football shape, football shape. Look at the shape of my car. It's a football shape. Look at the shape of my car. It's football shape. Can you see the shape? Can you see the shape? It's football shape. Maybe excellent. Football shape. What's that shape of the car? It's football shape. Okay, try it again. I'm excited to use this, so I'm going to stop the feed now and go do the world record, guys.